Chances are you know somebody who suffers from acid reflux, or you might have that condition yourself. The most common medications prescribed to treat acid reflux can actually be harmful. So I want to talk about that, and I want to thank the commenter who actually private messaged me and said, hey, you know, I want to find something different than the medication for reflux. Do you have any suggestions? So here we go. First of all, I want to tell you what are the names of these medicines that are harmful over the long-term use. They're called proton pump inhibitors. What the heck is that? So there's an enzyme that is called a proton pump that lives in the lining of your stomach, and that's what helps to create the stomach acid. So if they can block that enzyme, you're just not creating stomach acid as much. So here are the names of the most common proton pump inhibitors, also known as PPIs. Dexilant, Nexium, Prevacid, Prilosec, Protonix, and Acifex. So here are the recommendations from the FDA, is that you do not take these medications for more than 8 weeks max. So 4 to 8 weeks is the recommended course of these medications. And there are problems that happen. So the longer you're on this medication, when you try to come off of it, you get a rebound reflex. And a lot of drugs work this way, folks. You know, think like Afrin nasal spray. You try to stop using it, but now your sinuses are more congested than they ever were. Well, when a drug bypasses a normal function in your body and suppresses it, you remove that drug and your body goes, oh, thank God, and just starts overabundantly, you know, responding to that. So if you've been on a PPI and you want to come off of it, the first thing is you do have to wean off of it slowly, because otherwise you're going to get a rebound. And that's how people end up on these drugs for years and years. I've had people that have been on them for well over a decade. So you definitely have to wean off. Now, here are other things you can do to help with reflux. First of all, if you're overweight, that has been shown to be a factor. So exercising and eating right and helping yourself in that respect is helpful. Raising the head of your bed, so you can put a few bricks or, you know, something underneath the head of your bed to raise it just a few inches so that you're not laying flat at night. That helps a ton with people who have this overnight reflux. Let's see, what else? The avoidance of eating 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. That's another one. And then the Mediterranean diet, which is a very easy internet search. That is a diet that also seems to help people that are prone to having reflux. I remember when the commercials, the television commercials for these drugs first started coming out, and the guy's eating a chili dog and the announcer says, go ahead, eat that chili dog. Now you can take this and you won't have, you know, acid indigestion. Not a good idea. Now here's the problem with these proton pump inhibitors, these PPIs. The problems are they can actually cause health problems. So first of all, you don't absorb your calcium well when you're taking these. This can lead to bone fractures and eventually even osteoporosis. You also do not absorb magnesium very well. Magnesium is so important for so many functions in your body, and in fact, it's recommended that when one is on these medications that their magnesium levels be monitored. Like, this is the recommendation. How many of you on PPIs have actually had your doctor say, well, we need to go ahead and check your magnesium levels? My guess is probably not many. When your magnesium levels get too low, you can have symptoms like arrhythmia, low blood pressure, muscle spasms, and even seizures. So not good. And then finally, when you're on these PPIs longer term and even shorter term, there's a risk for infections. gastrointestinal infections. C. diff is one you may have heard of. It causes diarrhea. And then you can also develop pneumonia from aspirating so the bacteria can grow, because that's one of the functions of your stomach acid, is to kill bad guy microbes. So if you still have some reflux in the night and you're breathing, you can actually breathe in or aspirate some of this, and if it's laden with bacteria, it can give you an infection. So proton pump inhibitors, not meant for more than 8 weeks. Talk to your doctor about other alternatives. Follow the things I've given you, and it's a very, very preventable type of condition. Even digestive enzymes can be very, very helpful. You can easily get those at a health food store. So clean up your diet, get those enzymes, prop the head of your bed, and let's see if we can handle that reflux naturally.